want to tell you guys about the first time I went to camp. I went with my church up to a camp near the American River up past Sacramento. And it was about 250 high schoolers who went to this camp. And it wasn't really a camp. We really just went camping. We stayed in tents and we had to make our own food. But every night we were worshiping God together. And the camp had all these like crazy events and activities for us to do. And one of them was called the Great American River Race, where we would team up in groups of 4 and race down the American River in inner tubes. And they had all these stations where we had to stop. Like there was one station where we had to stop and drink barbecue sauce, the whole bottle. I still cannot have barbecue sauce because of that one station. And during this race, we had to memorize our theme verse. And this theme verse actually became my life verse. And it's a lot of people's life verses because it's so important for us to remember. And you can find it in Romans 12, verses 1 and 2. And it says this: "Therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship." Verse 2 says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will." I desperately needed these 2 verses in high school, and I still do to this day. And I just want to break it down for you. In these 2 verses, first of all, living our lives as a holy sacrifice, which is proper worship. I need to remind myself that my life is not my own. And in my day-to-day life, in everything I do, am I worshiping God? And then the second part, do not conform to this world, but be transformed by how God has changed you. Do I get stressed out about what's going on in the world? Do I let the world dictate what I do? I do not. I should not. Because I get my strength from God, not from this world. And you know, at the age of 17, I needed to hear this because there was a lot of things that were tempting me. At the age of 34, there's a lot of things that still tempt me. But this is a great reminder that my life is not meant to be living here on earth. And also, it's a great reminder for others. I want to close with this. I gave my life to Christ when I was in high school. And I gave it because I was feeling very hopeless. There was a lot that was going on in my own life and in my own world that just didn't give me a lot of hope. And it was because of other believers showing me who Christ was that I was like, this is the hope that I need. And that day is very significant to me because the day that I gave my life to Christ was September 9th of 2001. Just 2 days before the September 11th attacks. And I remember watching the news when that was all going down and just going, I am so glad I know Jesus. And then I found myself just 2 days into my walk with Christ, praying for those who did not know him, praying for those who need hope, praying for those who maybe they depended a lot on this world being safe, and it currently was not. And I just prayed that they knew Jesus. And so I want to encourage you guys right now. Yes, times are hard, but we have hope in Christ. And Christ is above all of this. So I want to encourage you, share that hope. Live your life worshiping God and showing them that there is more to this world. We love you guys. We miss you. But we still got a lot to do. See ya.